Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today we're going to do something a little bit different, but honestly, it's absolutely fascinating. We're going to take a single, incredibly concentrated 35-word promotional text and put it under a microscopic linguistic deconstruction. We see promotional messages all the time, right? We're constantly scrolling past them. But rarely do we stop to see exactly how they are engineered, and I mean literally engineered, to capture your attention and drive you to take action. By the end of our time together, you're going to see how every single syllable in this tiny block of text is doing some serious heavy lifting. Okay, let's just dive right into the exact text and read it together. Treat this like a fascinating artifact of promotional language. It goes like this. At UOGA, we have a path to 100% free video reveals how I gained access to the well-kept secrets of the top earners and used them to instantly explode my home business. It sounds super familiar, doesn't it? It has that classic rhythm of direct response marketing. But we aren't just going to skim it today. We are going to completely dissect it. Section 1, the yoga path. We're going to break this down phrase by phrase, starting with the very first psychological step they establish right out of the gate. Look closely at this opening line. At UOGA, we have a path too. Notice how they don't just hand you the answer immediately. Ask yourself, why is this framed specifically as a path rather than just, an immediate destination? Well, a path implies a journey. It implies a logical progression. And maybe most importantly, it implies that they are your guides. It subtly lowers your skepticism because a path just feels grounded. It basically says, hey, we have a system and we can lead you safely through it. Moving on to part 2, the free video hook. Once that path is firmly established, the text immediately introduces the vehicle you're going to use to actually travel it. Now, what's really interesting here is the deliberate contrast taking place. First, we have 100% free. This is an absolute total lack of financial risk. The number 100, combined with the word free in all caps, is designed to immediately disarm your financial defenses. There's no catch, no wallet required at all. But paired directly with it, we have video reveals. That is an incredibly tantalizing promise. They're pairing a completely risk-free proposition with a highly curious outcome. A reveal implies peeling back a curtain on something you weren't supposed to see, right? All right, part 3, unlocking top earner secrets. Moving deeper into the sentence, past that free video, we hit the core desire that this entire pitch is actually built around. This perfectly illustrates the emotional triggers at play, translating the literal words into the underlying feelings they provoke. Think about the phrase gained access for a second. It implies you're getting past a velvet rope. It's exclusive and restricted. Then you have well-kept secrets, which means this isn't just information you can go Google. It is guarded knowledge that other people are actively trying to hide from you. And finally, Top Earners provides the ultimate social proof. It equates this hidden knowledge with proven elite financial success. Honestly, it's an incredibly potent combination of exclusivity and greed. Which brings us to part 4. Exploding your home business. Because after promising these incredibly guarded secrets, the text has to actually deliver the climactic result of possessing that knowledge. We really need to slow down here and just look at the sheer weight and aggression of these specific power words. Instantly explode my home business. This is the absolute crescendo of this 35-word pitch. It's loud, it's visceral, and it paints an incredibly vivid picture in the mind of whoever's reading it. By isolating these words, we can see exactly how they promise the maximum possible reward with absolutely zero delay. First, instantly. This entirely removes the barrier of time, effort, or waiting. You don't have to build anything, it happens right now. Then, explode. That's a violent, powerful verb that implies massive, almost uncontrollable rapid growth. And finally, my home business takes this grand, explosive growth and places it directly in your living room. It makes the ultimate goal highly personal and completely tangible to you. Section 5, anatomy of the pitch. Now that we've looked at all the individual pieces, the path, the risk-free hook, the exclusive secrets, and the explosive result, let's zoom out and examine the structural engineering of the entire phrase. Let's step back and see how this builds, creating a flawless 4-step literal chain of events. Step 1 grounds you with a path. Step 2 gives you the risk-free tool, the free video. Step 3 hooks your curiosity and desire with top earner secrets. And step 4 delivers the ultimate payoff, instantly explode business. It's basically a straight, slippery slope that guides the reader step by step from mild curiosity directly to the promise of immediate wealth. So, the really crucial point to take away is the sheer magnitude of this contrast. You have the lowest possible barrier to entry, a completely free video that costs you nothing but a few minutes of your time, juxtaposed against the highest possible promised return, an instantly exploding massive home business. The gap between what you give and what you supposedly get is astronomical. And that gap, that is exactly where the persuasion lives. It is truly fascinating that all of this sophisticated psychological engineering, the pacing, the emotional targeting, it all occurs within just a few brief words. This single sentence manages to hit exclusivity, authority, curiosity, instant gratification, and outsized financial reward, all while entirely avoiding any mention of hard work or real risk. It's just a masterclass in concentrated promotional architecture. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. Does knowing the anatomy of this pitch actually make you immune to its pull, or does it simply make you appreciate the calculated power of its design? The next time you're scrolling and a bold promise catches your eye, pause for just a second. Ask yourself what emotional triggers are being pulled and what path they're trying to put you on. Thank you so much for joining me for this deconstruction, and keep your eyes open out there.